All right, time for a league match against Nerdbound. I think we are ready to go. How great would a summon chapel be? So probably playing this engine with gear. So what do you open with your chapel? Probably a gear. Or it could be a silver. Or it could be something else. A weird thing to do would be Leprechaun Chapel. I think I want the silver. I guess counterfeit spoils will be really nice payload. This is great. Great draw. Pretty good chance of hitting 5 next turn. I'm not sure what to get with the 5, but I'm sure that I want to hit 5. So I do hit it. It could be a counterfeit because I know I'm going to want one of those. So he only got to trash 1 shelter. I think you're going to want counterfeit. I'll go ahead and get that. Okay. So I trashed 2 coppers, which means I have 6 left, plus the counterfeit. Given that my deck decided to shuffle itself this way, of course it looks like I'll be getting more coppers since Nerdbound gained a mountebank, which mountebank is probably okay here. So my next hand has got my overgrown estate, silver, and 2 coppers. I could get a fool's gold. I think I just get a gear. And here I'll trash my overgrown estate and hope I don't draw my gear. Good news. here we could start summoning so it's between summon gear and going ahead and getting the bandit camp. Actually, next turn seems like a better time to summon the gear, although I see the summon hamlet or a caravan guard is also reasonable. I'm just going to buy the bandit camp now. And oh wow, look, I drew it. That was pretty fantastic. So I should summon gear this turn, I think. Maybe I need a mountebank. So we're gonna hit 5, and I don't need. So I guess the question is, I guess I'm not gonna set aside. And I should just trash 2 coppers. Summon this gear. And hopefully I draw my bandit camp. I don't bottom deck it. I drew my curse here. So that's probably good thing. Okay, so this should draw my deck. I don't think I want to set anything aside. So I think I'm doing all right without a mountebank. So I could get one more counterfeit and one more bandit camp right now. Would like to probably play with Leprechaun, which means, I don't know, which means getting more action cards. But so like I know I want this bandit camp, and I could summon another action card here. Can't really take advantage very. I'm just going to go ahead and get this counterfeit, I guess. Not sure if I need the buys from Seaway. Okay, so I got 5 cards. I should draw everything. Okay, there's a leprechaun. Well, okay, I guess I'm not able to draw everything, but maybe. Okay, yeah. So if I counterfeit spoils and counterfeit the silver, that's 7 plus 5 is 12, 13 or 12. I I still think it's better to trash the curse. I think I want to just stay ahead and be just really thin. So get one more gear. Let's, I guess, try to do the leprechaun stuff. So I guess I will get a Hamlet, and then Seaway the leprechaun. Why not? So I'm guessing Nerdbound can activate the leprechaun. So this next turn, I guess I could think about adding a mountebank of my own. Because the draw here is pretty awkward, and the more interesting things you start putting in your deck, the more the junk will hurt. Possibly cause you to mess up, or just you need overdraw to pick up the spoils, which is pretty important here, so the junking gets a little annoying, I guess. But okay, so he can activate the leprechaun but not draw it. So I guess this will be a summon. Summon Caravan Guard is fine. Summon gear, yeah. Okay. So I have to discard for action, of course. Don't think there's any reason to discard for buy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. What did I leave on top? Was it a spoil? Did I have a split? I'm not sure what I left on top. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Surely I'm done setting aside here. I don't know what card I've left on top of my deck. Do I have 3 Bandicamps? No. So I should summon another gear. Probably buy one more bandit camp. And I don't think I can handle some fool's golds or anything. So it could just be like 2 hamlets. I suppose those hamlets probably make it slightly easier in a bad shuffle to make sure that I'm activating the leprechaun. So I don't know if I should have gotten a mountebank by now. But on my next turn, I could think about getting maybe another counterfeit and another mountebank. See what else is going on. I think that it wouldn't be crazy to use fool's gold here. I suppose given the luxury of having the shuffle go the way I want it to, I would probably wish for a counterfeit. I find it interesting that my opponent has 0 counterfeits. So Nerdbound is, I think, actually the highest Mew player in the division, and a player I wasn't aware of until recently. But they played a very close and very long 7-game match against E Honda in the championships, and it was very close, very, very close. The set game 7, and the match was like, I don't want to say how many hours it was, but it was, I think, longer than any match I've ever played, and I played a 4-hour match against DG last season. So I don't know what that says about what to expect tonight. I could also maybe wish for a mountebank. So I have, I don't know how many gears I have. One, two, three, four. Go ahead and do this, I guess. One, two, three, four, five. 6, 7. I don't think I need the actions. Wow, that's a lot of cards. I may have to wish for some draw. One of those cards is, so there's down there, there's 2 golds, Copper Curse, and 2 spoils, I guess. So yeah, the mountebank, it hurts. Maybe I will just do something. Oh, whoops. I'm going to actually set aside 2 cards here. I think I need to start mountebanking now. Summon this gear for sure. So I'm protected next turn from mountebank. I may want to... I don't know when is the time to take a province. Truly. I'm a bit worried about my next turn. But yeah. Let's give my... I don't need another bandit camp. Let's give myself some... I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Piles are pretty low, so I feel like having a province is good. In fact, at some point, you can certainly look at the curse pile out. But I'm certainly going to accept a curse this turn. I mean, block this turn, that is. No one's listening, but a bunch of people are watching. No, I'm not talking to myself. So, like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to trigger a shuffle on my next turn. They still don't have a counterfeit. And I think I might have 6 gears. So I think I'm in a very favorable position, but I'm not. This is a kind of board where it's pretty easy to misplay and go from kind of like being in control of what's happening to like I feel like this is the kind of board where you can suddenly go from from things being okay to things being really not okay really quickly. And I'm not going to turn my autoplay on for that because I think it's quite possible that at some point I will want to lower the curse pile. So they didn't even get to the end of their deck. They probably left down there. Oh, they do. Okay, they wished for counterfeit. They probably left down there. They counterfeited their gold, which is smart. And actually, I probably should have counterfeited my gold. Getting hungry. 2, 3, 4. There's the leprechaun. 5. Guess I discard the chapel. 6. Maybe I discard the copper. I do think I want the gold and the wish. And now I reach the end of my deck. So I'm going to have a pretty alright turn. Only put 1 spoils down there. So I do think I need at least 1 province, but 2 doesn't seem ideal. I think I would like a summon, and suppose it could be a Caravan Guard. I'll just summon a Hamlet. And maybe buy another Hamlet. Because I think that lowering the piles probably favors me. Yeah, the previous turn when I didn't counterfeit my gold, the gold is not a card I really want in the deck. I'm probably not activating the Leprechaun this turn. And it's getting more likely that they are not doing so either. Earlier, I said that getting more Hamlets would increase the chance of being able to activate Leprechaun, and that's not necessarily true. Because if you end up having to play a bunch of Hamlets before you see your Leprechaun, then you might just pass the 7 cards, right? I was just sort of thinking of the fact that you need to make sure you have an extra action if you don't want to end your turn by playing the Leprechaun. Do they have a wish? Okay, that's interesting. So I think it's unlikely that I need to discard for action before the shuffle. And so I won't. 3. Done setting aside. Well, I guess I can activate the Leprechaun, and I don't see a good reason not to. 4, 5. 6. At this point, I should stop and think about whether I might have a win. If I give 1 curse, they may be able to block, but if I give 1 curse, they would be at 18. And so if I bought 3 curses, putting me at 8, I would need 10 points, which would be you know, plus, so it feels a little bit out of range. Well, I do have another wish, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not going to discard here. Maybe I can just triple. Probably. Maybe. I guess I have to count. If I had, say, 3 counterfeits, counterfeit, 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 gives me a bunch of buys, and then I get to counterfeit. So what do I? How many? 6 times 3. It's probably going to be enough. So I think you go like counterfeit, counterfeit, spoils, counterfeit, spoils, counterfeit, gold, gold, yeah. Okay, so that was like really overkill. Bad at counting. Sorry for being slow. All right. Five, 2. The 5-2 doesn't really seem great. But Cursed Village is a pretty good card. And some of the hexes would be really friendly to happen. Like war. So even locusts probably good or something like that. Of course, you don't have to open with a 5. You could get something like a hermit. This doesn't seem great. A patron, exorcist. We have no plus buy, but something with I think Cursed Village is going to be really good here. So the hex does nothing. Okay. That's nice, of course. To cycle here. I think gosh, it's weird. I love Exorcist, but I kind of feel like I might get a temple. It works better with Cursed Village and stuff. And here, I guess, a patron. Okay, I thought I'm doing my Cursed Village this time. Such is life. I'm just going to trash this turn. A lot of tomb points on this board. I mean, I could have gone for buying something, but trashing seems more important. I'd like to get another Cursed Village. Like, all of these cards play well with Cursed Village. Except for Bank, of course. But Bank doesn't really, whatever, it doesn't matter. Bank isn't relevant. So you're not doing more than single province. If you even really care that much about provinces. Because if both players build this kind of deck, well, whatever, it will be easy to buy provinces if you want to. Duplicate looks really nice, and you just want lots of Cursed Villages. That hurts. I'm gonna get a Hermit now. I guess I'm just gonna buy a Cursed Village here, and I hope the Hex isn't too bad. I mean, yeah, I'm like really happy that they got diluted last time. That was probably one of the worst things. Did I just say this? Exorcist gives you more orchard points if you get 3 wisps or imps or something. But if you're using Cursed Village, then imps and wisps are not as strong as they normally are. It's not that they're bad, but it's a little bit of anti-synergy. Gold. Well, yeah, what else, I guess. But I'm not sure that you... I forgot they were diluted for a second. But, I don't know. Let's see what I get hit with here. Okay, trashed my temple. That That could have been worse, I guess. I probably need to get the temple back at some point. Because I still have 6 coppers in my, or 5 coppers, something like that. 5 coppers in my deck. So that's pretty annoying, but I mean at the same time they're trashing their coppers with Exorcist, which is even, maybe I just get an Exorcist. I mean the temple comes with some VP. There isn't great copper trashing, but you still want to trash your coppers, right? Be so cool if Hermit could gain a 4 cost. It would be more broken than it already is. 3 villagers is a good place to be. It's a swamp hag, which suggests that I should get temple. I guess this will be a shantytown. Probably draw is more important than getting the villagers. So what's down there? Just the shantytown. So I did draw deck, but is it weird that I just want to rebuy my temple instead of getting just more stuff, duplicate? I mean, if I hadn't lost my temple, I'd be getting a duplicate right now. I have to get it. Well, that sucks. And I need to trash this copper, but that means I can't even buy the duplicate that I was hoping for. Yeah, I'll get another hermit. Excuse me. I don't think I'll ever get a madman. So, considering I decided that the best thing for my deck was to rebuy the temple, which could have been false, the hex I got that trashed it was about as bad as the hex Nerdbound got, the diluted. Though they decided to add a gold to their deck. Probably a shantytown. I don't think I want a third hermit right now. I'll just get another shantytown. And get this duplicate. Well, here comes a dud. They can't all go your way. Great shuffle there for Nerdbound. Cursed Village is a really fun card, obviously, but hexes are pretty unenjoyable to play with. The randomness of, I mean, in this case, I think that it's hurt us each equally. So I'm not like really that salty about it, but it's still, I mean, it hurts. I think that the 5-2 was not that great. So that was a bad turn, and this should be a pretty good turn. They're really going heavy with the Swamp Hags. I think that that mostly just gives me tune points. Although, you know, I've demonstrated that my deck is still not working, so obviously the junk doesn't do nothing to my ability to have a good turn. But the tune points are really plentiful here, and if you don't have a problem drawing, then you I think this so this has to be a duplicate. You could really have some potentially very sneaky pileouts with Hermit. If what happens is people start, like a few turns from now, the Cursed Village pile is really low. I mean, like, if the next several turns goes like we get duplicates in Cursed Villages, and then one of those piles is empty, then you have to be like really careful that somebody doesn't just pile all the hermits and shantytowns. I suppose I will take a hermit. Swamp hag. A pair of swamp hags would be. Oh. And I just now noticed Shantytown patron. Really smart. Okay, so that is the thing, and I do want more shantytowns because of that. Um, could go as far as to say, well, I don't know if I would say that I want all of them. I've already got the 3 hermits. Yeah, so I've right. You really okay? I guess I will take that shantytown. So it could be 2 duplicates, 2 cursed villages. I will get 2 cursed villages, I guess. I guess I'll call duplicate. So I got omens and and locust trash is a curse that I gained. So wow. Wow. Oh, that okay. They only had 2 hermits before that, so fine. So I got. Let's see what happens. I'll tell you what they can't do is buy 2 cursed villages. That would be an instant lose. They don't really need them. So I would probably get 2 duplicates here. I have a bunch of shanty towns. I need to get some coffers. Okay, they get some distant lands. So I don't know how many hermits I have. So, oh well, I guess I do. I think I have 5. There are 2 in the trash. I'm pretty sure that they have 3. So I guess I have 5. Um, which means I can almost win on the estate pile out. And because of this, oh, I can definitely pile curses. Oh, wait, I'm double hagged. Right, so how could this go? I can have 1, have 5. I can gain 7 estates, or I can gain. I have 7 gains, and the hermits are gone, and some number of temple and tomb points. So I can get the well, I get 2 curses for free. So it only costs 6 gains to empty the curses. And that should be able to be offset. Okay, so I think there probably is a win here. And I only have to be able to afford a duchy, which means a patron, and I have some copper. Let's see if we can make some magic. Also have to get some, have to trash some cards, so gotta be careful. like to see the patron. I don't think I would call the duplicate yet. Maybe it require. Maybe it is. No, I might need to. Let's see here. So the plan is to gain, to buy a duchy and gain 6 curses with hermits and duplicate. I think I need to continue. This might not work. Certainly I was hoping to already see but it should be okay. I have at least one more shantytown down here. I can I should probably not play that hermit yet. Sadly, okay. Well, damn it. The patron's down there on the bottom. I guess I'd go ahead and call. Oh, I don't need to call that yet. Continue. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, so my draw is a little bit of a problem here. So this has failed. I think I needed to draw better. Yeah, maybe a little ambitious. Oh well. Oh, whoops. I just gained a bunch of madmen. Uh, so now I just have this ridiculous deck with a bunch of madmen. And no way to use the overdraw. Man, that was sad. I'm not sad that I really went for it. But I don't see how I come out of this alive now. This could be a bad-ish turn for them, but probably not. Be curious if there was a win. I think I might have somehow miscounted the gains. Which is to say, I might have miscounted how many hermits I have. Somehow. Sure, I'm glad I called duplicate on my curse. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a slow match. It's both of us. I don't think that the distant lands were good when they could have gotten 2 duplicates. We put them in a much more powerful position. Man, I wish I just bought an estate instead of accidentally taking 5 madmen. I could just resign because it's really hard for me to do much interesting now over the next couple of turns. Like, what do I even do this on my next turn, assuming they don't mess up and give me a chance to win or something? Because now I only have 2 gains. Like, what do I do? You just gain 2 duplicates and see what happens. And a bunch of coffers, surely. Such an idiot. So they must be trying to figure out if they can gain 5 curses. Well, no, they just gained an estate. I really don't like Swamp Hag, but I'm going to lose anyway. Probably, because I went for a crazy win. Yeah, if I had, if they don't have a win, I don't know, whatever. I really messed up by getting those madmen. I forgot that I was going to get them by not buying anything. I was just like, well, I don't want to lower anything by buying a card. But I should have. As lose-lose, I think, because if I had done that, there would only be 3 curses left. And, I mean, you know, after I already went for the win and gained a bunch of curses, there would only be 3 curses left. So they would just be able to gain them and then win. don't like that. I guess this is stupid. See if it'll let me undo those. Man, I'm really sad that I messed up and lost all my hermits. So I assume that they just win this turn. Why did I get 2 curses? Oh. Maybe they have a bad turn here. Can't they just pile curses? Why are they gaining a state? Just play the Swamp Hag. Play the Cursed Village. Like, I can see your hand now, so, like, I don't know what there could be to think about here, actually. I guess sometimes I stop in the middle of my turns to figure out how I'm supposed to win, but it's easier to do that after you, I mean, there are things where people say, like, I can't understand why you're taking time on this decision. But then there are times when I click some cards because I think it's trivial that those are the cards that should be clicked. And then after the fact, I realize, oh, I should have done something else before that. Well, I don't see a pile out. Though if you just score some points, might put it out of reach, but I can trash some cards. So I have War and Locusts. Plague has not been seen. Plague is probably the only hex left that does anything. In fact, if I am gaining the 4 cursed villages, well, it's hard for me to see a way that that's the way to a win. So they opened Exorcist and opened Exorcist Hermit and ended up not getting any wisps. What a mess. I think I was in great shape before I went for that win and then compounded the error by also losing all my hermits. I should resign, but this is really taking a long time. I got all my duplicates down. I guess I just like have to hope that they have the world's biggest dud. Oh, whoops. Did it again. This is just trivial. Unless their hand is somehow like, I mean, I can't even think. If they have a hermit in hand, they have a win. If they have, they don't have enough green cards to have a hand of all green cards. Why are you gaining a state? Just doesn't matter. Okay. That was frustrating, but I only have myself to blame.